Hello everyone, this is Favorite Uncle Bob back to another video, and for Monday through Sunday, we're going to be taking a look at Combiner Wars Defensor. So before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below which the video or else like to see a video. So onto the figures themselves. So we are starting off with Blades and by extension Alpha Bravo as well. So let's take a quick look at Blades. So here we have Blades in his rescue helicopter mode. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a rescue helicopter with missiles on the side of it. So, I don't know. I don't get it, but okay. But as you can see, he is rescue. Get the nice white crisp line going down the body. Looks really good. You even get a nice symbol right there that says, can't quite read that. Coastal Rescue, Autobot Coastal Rescue. There it is. And you get some nice silver for the rear tail fin and what looks like a heartbeat symbol right there, but they just didn't pick it out. And you get the nice black painted windows right up here. Looks good. Yeah, they did a very good job on these figures, in my opinion. So now here we have Alpha Bravo. And yeah, now believe it or not, back when these were first released, Alpha Bravo and Dragstrip were my first pickups from Combiner Wars. I was so happy to find them in stores because, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Combiners, if you do not know. So, but pretty much the same kind of paint job as him, minus a few details. You do get the blue stripe kind of going down the middle. They just didn't do right down over here. The missiles, instead of silver, are kind of this dull orange, dingy orange, whatever. And you get more of the kind of a NASA space shuttle vibe going on up front. But it looks still looks good if I can, do words. So, yeah. Now, unfortunately, the tail fin on this one is not picked out in paint. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, they did a very good job, honestly. I think these are some of the best molds from Combiner Wars. So, now, the propellers do spin kind of freely. Every so often, they might bump into these stabilizers right here. And I don't know why they're so big. Because if I'm thinking of, like, Vortex and, some of the other helicopter ones, these pieces are not normally that big. I could be wrong, this could be accurate to the helicopter, but yeah. So, but they do, spin pretty freely. So there is that. So going to move Alpha Bravo off to the side for right now so we can do a size comparison. So here we have G2 Sideswipe. So you can see that, pretty small helicopter, all things considering, compared to a car, but of course this is also Transformers. So, yeah. But speaking of, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Here we have Rook, First Aid, Streetwise, Groove 1, oh, no, please stand, Groove 2. So, as far as the limb bots go, he's not really limb, but, they do all look good together. And, you know what, let's see if I can actually fit Hotspot in here somehow. So, getting these guys back, getting you over here, and Hotspot. So, yeah, this team looks great together. So, there is that. And just set you right there. So, yeah. He's still my favorite of the Combiner War torsos. Just an overall fun figure. So, yeah. Please don't do that. There we go. Very great figure, in my opinion. Very well done. Have to get all these figures off. There's too many on my desk right now. Please. Okay. Alright. So, these two do come with the exact same accessories, which are the hand-foot Gatling guns. Focus. Come on, focus. Thank you. Get some nice Gatling guns right up here and all that. And they both come with this kind of not SMG, assault rifle I think. Get the nice ammo clip right here. Would have been nice to see those picked out in some paint maybe, but you know, this was Combiner Wars. I was asking too much. So, and the other side is pretty hollow. But all of this can store in the alt modes. You can store the gun itself either in the hands or this middle port, or you can plug it into either peg hole on either side. I choose to plug it in on this side, so that way the ammo clip is facing up. Then taking the hand-foot gun, you just plug it in right under here to give him kind of a flight stand of sorts. And once again, I have never seen a heavily armed rescue helicopter, at least for Coastal Guard. Yeah, but I mean, for Alpha Bravo's sense, it does make sense now because he is now a wartime helicopter. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Alpha Bravo because, oh, how is he supposed to keep up with jets? Follow Cybertron Vortex, anyone? He kept up with Blastoff, for the most part. But anyways, let's get down to transformation. So we're going to go into a combined mode, then a robot mode. So to get into foot mode, I'm going to use blades here. So you can leave the weapon attached, but you got to remove the hand-foot gun. So to get started into limb mode, you're going to fold up the propellers, take the back section, and you're going to unpeg it. So you got to give it a good wiggle. Come on. Come on. This pegs in very securely. Thank you. And then you're just going to double hinge it up, and it will peg right back into place right there. So get that plugged in. Next, you're going to go ahead and flip around the combiner port, then come to the front and go ahead and split this section, and then kind of rotate it. That way you can get that piece flipped up. And then you're going to flip this out, rotate it 180, and you got a tab that goes into a slot right in there. So get that lined up. There we go. So do the same thing for this side. There we go. Rotate, then plug this in, flip this up, attach the foot, and there you go. There you have the limb all ready to go. Now you can rotate this if you so choose. It is just on a mushroom peg. I opt to leave it forward, just, why not? But if you want to, just rotate it, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so there is that. So for arm mode, you're just going to, again, remove that. I do suggest removing the gun until you know which side he's going to be on, and I'll just answer that in a minute. So going to do pretty much the exact same thing. So wiggle this free. Come on. And this can be a little bit tricky too. Golly, you'll think with over the years this would loosen up. Ugh, come on. There we go. And then just double hinge it up and it will just snap right back in. Take the propellers, flip them up, and then you will want to untab them. Actually, before you do that, you do want to go ahead and untab this and swing this up. Pull out the arms, and then you're going to pretty much split this section. Come on, split it, rotate these around, and just do the exact same thing as you did for foot mode. So flip these around, get those tabbed in, flip this up. Then you're going to open up the back section, and then unpeg the front and double hinge it down, or combiner work it down, however you want to put it. Collapse it back up. Then you want to bring down the propeller section, fold up the blades, and then just ever so slightly lift this up. Now lock these kind of into place. Next, you're going to push out the combiner peg and then decide which side he's going to be on. So just going to have him out like this, then plug in the hand-foot gun, flip out the hand, bring this down, bring down the thumb, and depending on which side you're going to have him, you're going to flip it to that direction. So since he is this side, we're going to do that. Then for what I recommend, what I actually do personally is for this arm that is going to be where the elbow is, you take it, rotate it back, and you bend it down at the elbow. Then you'll take this one and just plug it down. Then whatever the backside is, you will just plug in the gun, And there you go. There you have arm mode. And, I gotta say, it's not the worst looking arm from Combiner Wars. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get down to robot mode. So from here, just remove this and convert it back into its weapon form. And you're going to take the thumb and actually flip it up. Set that off to the side. You're also going to remove the gun. Next, you're going to rotate the waist until it kind of thoops into place. Unpeg this arm. Bring this one down. Just bring down the combiner peg. Rotate around the head. Split the legs, which on my copy is easier said than done sometimes. And there you go. There you have Blades and Alpha Bravo in their robot modes. And I will be right back with Blades if I can never get this to stay. So I'll be right back. Alright, so here we have Blades, and like I said, you can have the tail fins rotated if you so choose. I just left his because, why not? So yeah, overall, a very fun transformation. Definitely, clever in some areas. This is where they were clever with this, but then decided to overuse it. But hey, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so. But yeah, I think they ended up pretty good looking. So let's take a quick look at Alpha Bravo's face sculpt. And, this is pretty much a shattered glass vortex in a sense. But looks really good. I do like the orange going down the middle of his face. That nice blue for the eyes. It's very crisp. The kind of a nice orange for, maybe like a safety vest of sorts. You get the continuation of that weird orange color onto the forearm. It looks decent enough. Legs are a little bit skinny, but overall not too bad. So, yeah. And a little bit of backpack, but nothing, atrocious in my opinion. So let's take a quick look at Blades. Focus. Thank you. Get that nice metallic blue for his face. Kind of a darker blue for his eyes. Yeah, looks decent enough. Gets a nice silver for his pecs and a little bit for his crotch. And on this one, they decided to do his fist done in silver as well. Yeah, not too shabby. Now, as far as articulation, the heads can also do a full 360. They can look up that bar. Not too much in the way of side to side. Now the arms can do a full 360. They go out to that bar. Bicep rotation. You get a 90 degree bend with a weird ratchet for some reason. Okay. More so on him, this waist joint is loose and it's weird. His is nice and snug, so I'm guessing that's just mold degradation. Combiner Wars was known for it. But legs move forward, that bar, back, gonna be that far unless you try to work around the backpack. And even then you kind of have to put the leg out at a weird angle. But you can do the full splits. You do get a thigh rotation. 90 degrees of knee bend, and the feet can only move up and down. There was no ankle tilt at this time because standard articulation was not standard. So, yeah, kind of sucks, but I mean, they're not like bricks or anything. But, anyways, as far as our weaponry, they can hold it just fine. This is where I like to undersling it, but since they got missiles on the bottom, you kind of just plug it into the hands. So, nope, let's just plug this in on the pretty side. So, pretty side is facing out on this gun, and now he is ready for action. And to my understanding of Blades, he's ready for action. He's revving for action. At least his character profile. I might be getting that confused with Groove, one of the other two. So, but anyways, yeah, these were just kind of ridiculous. But oh well. But anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have G2 Sideswipe. So you can see that they were pretty decent sized figures back then. So yeah, overall, very solidly done figures. Definitely a recommend for me. Even though we might get a Defensor in 2027, fingers crossed, because As good as the Combiner Wars one is, it needs an update. It needs the skeletal system, in my opinion. I know people hate that, but it just makes the Combiner a lot more solid. So, yeah. But anyways, I think that is about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more video reviews.